Hola amigos, bien o no. Saludos desde Medellín. Hoy, día 3 en nuestra serie de pronunciación, una, una parágrafo poco más largo que ayer con el tema de defeat. ¿Qué pasó cuando nosotros perdíamos? Defeat. And we're going to look at why defeat is always an opportunity. So the extract today comes from a very short essay. It's actually, the whole thing's only like 2 pages, from a collection of essays by the philosopher A.C. Grayling, who hails from London. This is a book he wrote back in 2001, but I hope you'll find this is another very interesting theme. I only just managed to fit all of this text onto the board, but it takes up just this last part, just this part here in the original print. So I'll read this one through, follow along, and see how we do with the punctuation to give us a nice sense of expression. Watch how we move the tempo of the speech. Here we go. Defeat is always an opportunity, even when, as far too often happens, what is genuinely the better cause has been crushed by the worse. In such cases, one's sense of failure is very hard to bear, as is defeat by circumstances involving the natural injustice of the universe, which deprives one of wonderful opportunities by some irreversible stroke that had nothing or little to do with one's own efforts, such as illness or loss, war or economic disaster. But nothing happens without a reason to offer, or without opening other routes into the future. Neither might be easy to see at the time, which is where patience plays its part. T.H. Huxley liked to tell the medical students under his guidance that there is the greatest practical benefit in having a few failures. And this in a profession which literally buries its mistakes. And he is right. It takes only courage or good sense to see that the best lessons are usually the hardest, and defeat often counts among these latter. And that in turn prompts the thought that the only true defeat lies in letting defeat win. Well, there we are. Something to think about, no? Bit of a longer read, that one. Again, we got some quite interesting words in that. Lots of multi-syllables. Quite a few sort of subdivisions within the sentences. So we're making good use of the commas to give us a space to breathe. But this one really is about looking at how we group these words more commonly together, those kind of short phrases we generally use to help give us that nice flow and the use of expression. Notice near the end here when he quotes T.H. Huxley, we have an actual quotation, so I try to stress that slightly separately to give you a sense of, okay, this is a different narrator voice from the original author. So yeah, some different things we can run through with that. So I hope you find this one interesting. Déjame saber en los comentarios. Might take a bit of practice, this one, if you're going to read this through a couple of times yourself, just to see how you go. Maybe you might like to break that up into smaller parts, first couple of sentences, and then maybe the second half. But this should be an interesting test. See how you get on, let me know. But for now, from Medellin, we'll say cheerio.